Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm Stephanie Morin. I'm here in Fremont, New Hampshire. And I started something where I'm working with a couple other wonderful women in this group, and we have started a Wellness Wednesday. So I began it last week with collagen. And truth be told, I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be. So I took notes this time. I didn't have any notes. I was kind of winging it last week. And so this time, trust that I've got notes. And so I'm here to talk about gut health. So I want to share this. I've been devouring information on this topic, and it is so interesting. And I'm not a doctor, so I get my information from doctors. Most of the information I'm going to share today comes from information I've learned from Dr. Mark Hyman, who I follow him on social media, and he shares just incredible information on a daily basis. And I also follow a podcast by Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, and I really appreciate her and her discussions on health and wellness. So most of the information I'm sharing today is from them. So gut health, we hear it all over the place, right? What is it? What is gut health? So what it is it's honestly unique to every single person. Every human is different, and it really depends on your body's homeostasis. So our gut contains, our gut, what is our gut? Our gut is our stomach and our intestines. So we have a small intestine and a large intestine, and those together are collectively referred to as our gut. And so if you have a healthy gut, your body is in homeostasis. Your gut is in homeostasis. It's happy, okay? Everything is in balance, and there's no inflammation. One of the key signs of a healthy gut is the absence of inflammation. And so that's kind of what we want to go for here. Why do we care? Why do we care? Okay, I have enough things to worry about. Why do I care about my stomach and my intestines? Here's why. 60 to 70% of our immune system resides in our digestive tract. So it literally keeps you healthy when you care about it. So 60 to 70% of our immune system resides in our digestive tract. That's one reason why you should care. It contains trillions of bacteria and microorganisms that all work together to keep our body in homeostasis so that we can achieve overall wellness. And it all, when it's all working well, we process our food better. We just feel better. So have you ever heard the phrase, go with your gut? I'm going to go with my gut and I'm going to pick number 10. So what does that even mean? It's crazy. When I first started learning this stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of this sooner? So your gut, there's this thing called the gut-brain axis. And your brain is your brain, right? Well, your gut is your second brain. It's actually linked directly to your brain. And then many say that your heart is your third brain. So I'm not going to go there today, so the gut-brain axis, they talk to each other. So I think Mark Hyman said this, if your gut is unhappy and inflamed, your brain is unhappy and inflamed. It is a direct correlation. So they are one thing. And, if you start getting into this, you may be like, gut-brain axis, what is that? There's a lot of information out there. Because a happy gut really is a happy human. Because when your stomach's happy, your brain's happy. So it's a really big deal. Now, how do you know? How do you know if you have a healthy gut? You're like, I don't know. Is it healthy or not? You could do all kinds of testing if you want. But, if you experience bloating, diarrhea, stomach pain, nausea, these are all signs that your gut is not healthy. when our gut is healthy, we are, I'm going to have to talk about it. We're pooping. We're pooping once a day at least. So a healthy body, you should have your bowel frequency and consistency is a great signal of how healthy your gut is. And this is like totally weird, but we should be looking at our stool. When we go poop, we should look at it. We should know what it looks like on a normal day. And when we're not feeling well, you're going to tell that you can literally see it. And it's incredible when you start learning about stool samples. Like, you can really learn a lot from it. So, don't study your poop. That's not what I'm saying. But you should look at it. You should be familiar with your body and how your body eliminates waste. And you likely know what a good poop feels like versus bad poop. So you should be pooping once a day. If you're not pooping once a day, then something's not quite working right in your belly. So what can you do if you experience all those things? Bloating, diarrhea, upset stomach, you don't have regular bowel movements, and you're like, all right, fine. My gut is probably not healthy. So what do I do? Here's what you do. So, of course, learn, right? The more you learn, the better you are. The more we learn and share, the better we all are. So that's why I'm doing this, is I've learned all this information and it is so valuable to literally everybody. So, I want to get it out there. So this Wellness Wednesday is like, all right, 10 minutes every Wednesday. I'm going to share some good information that I've learned that people can use. We're going into the holidays, into the 6th season. I'm in New England. We can all use every extra bit of support to stay healthy. So that's why I'm doing this. So what can you do? A really, really big thing that you can do is start reducing your processed food intake. So we have our diet here in the United States is generally very unhealthy because we eat a lot of processed foods and foods that have additives. So there's a chemical that makes it so it will last 6 months on the shelf. And those things kind of wreak havoc on our body. And so it's really hard to avoid processed food in this day and age. But I do my best to buy real food whenever I can. Start looking at your ingredient labels. If you cannot understand or pronounce the word, it is likely a food additive that may or may not agree with your belly and your gut's microbiome. So start reading your labels. One of these Wellness Wednesdays, I'm going to cover reading a label and really take a few minutes to explain what to look for. But if you see a long list of a bunch of stuff you can't pronounce, it's processed and it's probably going to upset your gut. So reduce processed foods, high sugar intake. So, everything in moderation. I love sugar. I can't cut it, but I'm not going to go nuts on it. I eat sugar in moderation, and sometimes I cut it out. I go through periods where I have none and I feel really good, and I get really annoyed because I'm like, why do I love sugar so much when I feel so good when I get rid of it? But anyway, so food additives, like nitrates, they put nitrates in meat to package the meat so it stays better, so it stays good longer. And that's great, but it's not great, because when you're eating something that did not exist from the earth, you should eat, the food you should eat should be like a real food of this earth, right? If it's something that's not even a thing, then your body may or may not like it and appreciate it. So I personally am a recovering alcoholic. I am over 6 years free of alcohol. It is quite literally the only reason why I am here today and why I care so much about health and wellness. So if you or anyone you know are struggling in that area, please feel free to reach out to me. I am very passionate on helping people get there a little faster than I did. I spent 20 years just abusing my body with alcohol. And I'm bringing that up because alcohol plays a role in your gut health. There is a link. Sorry, my Nana was calling. Reduce alcohol consumption. I mean, we're getting into the holidays. It's like everywhere you go, there's a bottle of wine and a bottle of champagne, right? Just cut it back a little bit. Your belly will thank you. So if you have any questions, drop them below. I hope you've enjoyed this. Ladies, thanks for watching. Nice to see you on here. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next week. So this gut health thing is, it's a really big topic. So what I've given you today is like a little tiny, Nana, she's very persistent. I will, likely be delving into this topic again. I'm not sure if I'll go right into it next week, but if you have something that you'd like me to cover, I will flip through my notes. I've got stuff on everything, and I am obsessed with these podcasts where I learn new things all the time. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.